easy being around your relentless perkiness all these years? Have you any idea how depressing it is to be around that much niceness?
Niceness is depressing?
Mealy mouth niceness. Like that time that actress propositioned you, she said, "Are you gay?" Do you know what you said?
I said, "No, I'm not."
No, you didn't. You said, "No, I'm not, but thank you for asking." You're afraid of offending anyone.
Well, maybe that's why I say hello when I come into a room and goodbye when I leave.
Ooh, very original.
You never say either. You just leave. It's the ultimate conceit.
Better than your stammering, blushing, humble act. Let me tell you something. You're not talented enough to be that humble.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were working.
This is mine.
Okay. You want some paper? Here. How about half the pencils? Ooh, paper clips? Ooh, use typewriter ribbon. Hey, wait a minute. There's half a box of Kleenex in the dressing room.
I'm walking out of here with exactly what I came in with.
Plus 50% of my royalties.
Which I more than earned.
And from which you still have the first nickel plus soap and towels from every hotel we ever stayed in. You know what I despise about you? I loathe your
cheapness.
Finishing my sentences for me.
Well, someone has to do it.
Ooh. You know what I really have always hated about you?
Why not? You've gone this far.
I've always hated your ass.
Eloquence. Very eloquent.
No, I literally hate your ass. You and your damned exercises for the last 10 years, I turn around and I find I'm addressing your rear end. And believe me, it's not a pretty sight.
Yes, well, I'm going to get a second opinion on that.
Phoebe, you can't leave me. I named one of my children after you.
It's not good enough. To hell with it!
It won't last 3 months. Once he gets a look at those substandard flannel nightgowns, he'll run for the nearest fire escape.
I only have one response for that. Even an egg takes 3 minutes.
What?
You were inadequate in Chicago! Jason, I brought you hot food. Jason.
Blanche, you're not in the Follies anymore. You don't have to be heard at the back of the house.
If you expect your social life to pick up, you have to keep your phone on the hook. Damn, you look awful. Have you seen a doctor lately? I mean, you really look unhealthy.
Look, if I give you a drink, will you stop reviewing me?
It's only 11 a.m.
I have a watch, Blanche.
How can you live in this mess? Don't you ever think of getting a cleaning woman?
A cleaning woman? Listen, I can barely afford to keep the Bentley.
Why don't you just sell this place? Or at least rent out the top floors?
I'm just going through a dry spell. I'm not ready to open a boarding house yet.
2 years is not a dry spell. It's retirement.
I've had a few distractions.
So, you were upset when Phoebe left. I can understand that. I can also understand when you were divorced and didn't draw sober breaths for a year. But what I don't understand is why you and the typewriter have become natural enemies.
I tried, my love. Believe me, I tried. It's just too damn hard.
You don't even read the scripts I sent you. This last one was by a young writer who had 3 hits off Broadway, and he got very good reviews.
Blanche, just because he's never had a commercial success doesn't necessarily mean he's talented.
Why did you tell that nice young man from CBS that you only write for TV if your kids got rickets?
I was trying to let him down easily.
Here, don't drink that. Drink this soup. Sorry, it's hot. Have you read Phoebe's novel yet?
Novel?
Oh, come on. It's been on the bestseller list for weeks. 5 major studios are falling all over themselves trying to get the movie rights.
Please, I'm trying to eat. If you don't mind, I'd rather not hear about the dubious accomplishments of a woman who ruined my life.
What did Phoebe ever do to you?
She's a literary opportunist. She drained me dry and then she left me.
She got married.
Exactly. You don't get married and then just suddenly have a bestseller pop out of your head. She must have been hoarding that idea the whole time we were together. It's like a wife secretly siphoning off your money into a Swiss bank account.
You said she ruined your life.
She caused my divorce.
How?
For that, you'll have to wait for my memoirs.
She's back in town, you know.
Who cares?
She's been here for 3 days. Leo got himself transferred back here so that Phoebe can publicize her novel.
How is she?
You can see for yourself. She's due here any minute.
I don't want to see her right now. I'm not ready for that.
When will you be ready?
When I had 3 hits running on Broadway, you better stop her.
Why?
Because I don't want her to see me like this with my hair in curlers wearing a cheap kimono. Anyway, I have appointments all day.
Jason, would you take some advice from an old woman who loves you like a mother? When you see her, don't put on airs. She's so much more appealing when you're vulnerable.
Hello, Jason.
Hello.
I see you've redecorated.
I see you have too.
I took off my glasses and let down my hair. Works every time.
I know I look awful.
I wouldn't say that.
Neither would I, actually. Blanche said it.
Well, what's happened? His skin has an unhealthy pallor, his face is all rumpled, and I'm sure his liver is the size of the palladium.
Nothing left but to shoot me. Where are you going?
To make coffee?
Oh, sit down. You don't even know your way to the kitchen.
It's easy. I just keep walking until the floor turns hard and cold. And if I look up and see a lot of white furniture, that's it.
How's Leo?
Fine. He's out apartment hunting right now. Timmy and little Phoebe sent their love.
You saw it?
We drove up to Terrytown for the weekend.
How's Allison?
Very well. I suppose you know she's running for Congress. So, you live alone?
All alone.
Jason, I'm sorry I walked out on you. I mean, at that time. In the middle of a production.
It wouldn't have made any difference if you stayed. Nothing could have helped that play. And since we're on that subject, I said a few things in the heat of anger before you left.
You don't have to apologize for that.
No, there's something that I said that's really been bothering me, and I'd like to retract it. It was stupid and childish, and I should have never said it.
What?
I never had my nose fixed.
I know.
How?
It was out of character.
For me to have it done?
No, for you to admit it.
I've forgotten what an excellent judge of character you were.
Why are you nursing such a grudge?
You're asking that seriously?
It's rather important we clear the air.
Why?
Well, you'll understand later. I realize that I left you at an inopportune time, but is that any reason to go into this childish sulk?
Childish? You turned my life upside down. You ruined my marriage.
How did I ruin your marriage?
Look, I don't see any point in rehashing all
In
this.
what way did I ruin your marriage?
All right. Do you know why Allison left me?
She found out about you and Kate Mallory.
And how do you think she found out? Why do you think she kept her nose to the scent like a Tennessee bloodhound?
I have no idea.
Allison kept asking me why you walked out and wouldn't accept any of the reasons I gave her. It was maddening. She said, for you to leave me, I must have done something absolutely horrendous.
Why would she think that?
Look, she was quite demented at the time. Totally irrational. It made no sense at all.
What didn't?
She said that all the years you and I were together, that you'd been in love with me.
I was in love with you.
Well, now you can see why I bear you a certain animosity.
No, I don't.
Well, for God's sake, you might have had the decency to tell me.
You were married. You know what a stickler for form you were.
Well, you certainly kept it hidden very well.
Allison knew.
Well, I don't know how she sensed that.
Maybe it was the way I hung on every word you said and started to perspire when you came within 2 feet of me.
Yes, I had that effect on a lot of people. Anyway, I resent being the last to know.
You were the first, Jason. You always knew and you enjoyed it. I can't say that I blame you.